Hey everybody, I'm actually going to just play the original video through really quickly. It's less than 2 minutes, and then I'm going to actually replay parts of it as I do my walkthrough. So hang tight. That brisket though, that brisket though. All right, let's see. Let me mute the video back down. All right, everybody. I'm going to restart the video, as I said, and I'm going to do my best not to rewind or fast forward too much and get y'all sick and dizzy. Pausing right there for a second. Really quickly, I just want you all to know how I got here. So I joke with people that my quarter life / midlife crisis has been smoking meats, and my journey began with, just here and there with charcoal grills and gas grills. I ended up with an MES 30, then I got an MES 40. And with that MES 40, I did all sorts of mods to it, to just try and capture that more genuine, authentic, smoky flavor. And so at some point, I remember I had like all this ducting. I did the mailbox mod. I had the pellets, the amazing pellets tray, right, to kind of snake through, and cooked all sorts of things on there with decent success, but nothing again ever captured that like real woodsy smoky flavor. And got some pretty good deals on Camp Chef at the time, so I ended up getting a Camp Chef Woodwind, I think it was a 24 pellet grill, and it's like, hey, it's one step closer to using wood, right? And it's set it, forget it, it's easy, loved it. Then I got a fantastic deal on the Gen 2 Camp Chef Woodwind, which has the built-in Wi-Fi, and I ended up getting the 36 just so I could cook more things on it. And, that's been a great experience too. But again, still kind of chasing that, more of that authentic flavor that you get just from cooking with like legit lump charcoal or wood, right? And so I think from there it was a Weber Smoky Mountain. It was the 18-inch Weber Smoky Mountain. I think it was the Gen 2. And so with that, I did a share of mods with it, but created some just really tasty barbecue. And probably the best brisket I've ever made has been on a Weber Smoky Mountain. And then for Christmas, this past year, my wife got me my first offset, my first stick burner. And so this was actually filmed in early first week of January, I think. So this was the unboxing. This was me in the backyard just waiting for it to stop raining finally so I could open this up. So here we go. So this is just the Oklahoma Joe's Highland traditional offset, not the reverse flow. And as you can see, I did this entire thing by myself, and so I had to improvise a little bit. I had to kind of sit it on protective surfaces, but I had to sit it up on its side here and there just to kind of get everything going. And I was blown away a little bit by this unpacking process because they fit everything into this main barrel, which is impressive. And it reminded me a lot of IKEA furniture. And little did I know that there would be a lot of similarities between this smoker and the IKEA furniture that I own. Real quick, what am I doing here? I do run grate probes and GRATE, grate probes, and I do run meat probes. And I saw that someone actually drilled a hole through the side of their I think it was, yeah, just one of their offset smokers, and they used a 1-inch hole saw, which is what I'll use here, and they ended up buying these Weber Smoky Mountain grommets, and they were able to just fit it right in there, and they can run all of their probes in there without having smoke, you know, coming out of an open hole. So that's what I did. It worked out pretty, it was pretty easy. It's very thin metal, y'all, so if you are doing any of this kind of work, it goes by very quickly. Now, I will say this, I'm using a Rust-Oleum high heat paint, but then I've later read that actually the better paint to use is their engine paint, which I believe is their exhaust manifold or header paint. So just putting that out there. If you were going to get the paint, go for that one. So anyhow, I just cleaned up everything. Worked on the Firebox a little bit. So with the Firebox, I wanted to use my Thermoworks Signals and my Thermoworks Billows, which is kind of like this fan assist. Little did I know it wouldn't do much at all for me with this unit, but anyways, that's why I did this. That's why I did what I did. I put another 1-inch hole in there. Okay, couple of things. Well, I'm jumping ahead too much here, but let me just stop right here. So this is a quick shot of the finished product. The legs, when you're assembling the legs, it's pretty straightforward. Nothing's going to be a perfect fit, but it will fit. And let's see, where is the, here we go. So on the Firebox side, the Firebox is notorious for cheap paint and a ton of leaks, okay? So I put the Nomex gaskets all around before I did all this. I also put some Nomex gasket right there between the Firebox and the main cooking chamber. And again, the way I have it right now, I could do it all by myself, secure it with a few screws, get everything level, and here we go. The handles are on. I put the second tell-true. Actually, in my finished product, I actually put in the tell-trues towards the bottom, more towards grate level. And again, just to get a more accurate temperature. Same thing, 1-inch hole saw for those as well. Now, if you notice right here, I had this package show up while I was putting this all together. They're all from Lava Lock. It's that square thing basically just brings the smokestack down inside the cooking chamber to grate level. And then the baffle plate below just helps even the temperatures from right to left. Tons of reviews are out there already, so you can check that out for yourself. I find that it's an incredibly worth it mod. It brings my grate level temperatures between 5 and 10 degrees. And there you go. Initial seasoning, burn. You can see my 2 tell-trues are now at the bottom. And you can see a ton of discoloration on my Firebox. Y'all, most of that happened on my first cook. On my first cook, to get the tell-trues to show 225, 250, right? The coal bed that I had to build in that Firebox almost like disintegrated half the paint on the top of that thing. And so I just want to point out, like, there are 2 major things with that Firebox I noticed. Three. First, all those Nomex gaskets dried up or burnt off. 2, that paint discoloration, all that stuff happened, just like everyone else talks about. And then 3, it's sagging, just like a lot of other folks have experienced. So that entire Firebox is now tilted. Does it affect the cook? Nah, it still cooks fine. So those are just kind of my initial thoughts. That's a walkthrough of my build. Would I do this all again? I'll save maybe that for another video. Can it make great barbecue? Yes, it still can. It just requires a little bit more finesse, babying, and all that other good stuff. So anyways, thanks for checking this out. More videos to come. Subscribe to Who's Smoking. Oh, how do I get out of here?